Yeah, how's everybody? Today we'll continue on the game called The Devil's Whisper. Where were we? Okay, we're here. Yeah. Barely the courage to formulate words and speak. I said the first thing that came to my mind.
Who are you?
Oh, how I missed that phrase.
I don't.
It's been so long since I had set foot on this plane. I must admit that I even missed every one of those redundant and tedious questionings.
I swallowed and tried to contain myself so as not to appear too nervous. But I couldn't help it. My teeth were shaking like never before and I had no control over my expressions.
Please, just let me go.
Sure. I would never hurt a supporter of my fight. Let me clarify a few rules before I go. Do you agree?
What?
Now that you have touched this book, my most precious asset, you have the right to use it for whatever suits you best. It is and will be your property unless you voluntarily give it to someone else.
So I can wish for removing the bricking on Nintendo Switch 2.
But remember one thing, something very important.
I have to sacrifice 5 people so that my wish for Nintendo to stop being assholes come true.
Every spell, incantation, ritual, or maleficium you cast with the aid of this grimoire, you will be charged with 6-fold torture in relation to the satisfaction you have received.
And if I don't use Grimoire or spell incantation, I won't get anything.
So enjoy thoroughly the pleasures it can give you. Reach ecstasy. Fulfill your most remote and murky fantasies. For this book will be your faithful servant, and you will be its master.
Sounds like a pretty awful deal.
That's all I can advise you. It is time for me to go. My time here is ending. Good luck, human. See you next time, if there is one.
An intense flash dazzled my sight, causing the presence to disappear. Slowly, things returned to their natural state. The cicadas sang again, the road appeared before me, and the moon shone brightly. Had the mysterious presence disappeared? Indeed, it seemed so, for I found no other living being around me. When I noticed that I was completely alone, I sighed deeply and put a hand to my chest. My heart was pounding a mile a minute. It felt like it was going to burst out of me.
That was close.
I had barely heard what the mysterious presence said to me. I didn't catch a glimpse of his face, so I couldn't tell who or what it was either. I didn't care. At least now I was safe and sound and away from that thing. I looked at the book again. Something very bad must be wrong with this. Really? The blood isn't a dead giveaway? Okay. But thanks to it, I had finally understood what my aunt meant. I realized that her manifestation was nothing more than a plea for help from me, a desperate warning to keep myself from falling into the hands of this object.
And it was so important that even her spirit asked me to stay away.
I contemplated for a few seconds as I thought about what I was going to do.
I can't leave this shit here either.
I picked up the book with the utmost of caution and headed towards my car. As I stood inside to close the doors, As I stood inside and closed the doors, a small moment of peacefulness and serenity returned to me.
Amelia was right after all. There's something very, very fucked up going on here.
I started the car and accelerated as fast as I could. At least I was alive. Nothing bad had happened to me today beyond a couple of scares. It could have been a lot worse. So the only thing— oh, look at that. Against all odds, Conrad somehow managed to survive. So the only thing left for me is to look ahead and go home. It was the best I could do, for now. I mean, what else is there? Chapter 2? Give me chapter 2. Hey, oh wait, chapter 3. We are in chapter 2, now we're in chapter 3. Awesome. A needle in the haystack or something. Now that Conrad's alive, I know this part because we've seen this before. Probably the best person to say it, etc., etc. Yep. This is the clearest part, so we know this already.
Yeah.
We save. Yeah. I thought I was important too.
But I am your daughter. I mean, I thought that warranted you giving me some importance, don't you think?
Don't look at me quizzically as if I just said something otherworldly, completely incomprehensible to him. I think I've seen this before too.
It's
Hey, look at that. Everybody's alive. And that was a group of Amelia, Andrew, Madison, and Conrad. Of course, Conrad being originally the reason I liked hanging out with all of them. However, to be honest, over time I'd grown accustomed to hanging out with Andrew and Amelia as well. Couldn't say we were the closest friends yet, but there weren't any issues among us. That didn't happen with Madison, unfortunately. But besides that, little by little, I felt like we were forming a kind of bond within the group, which had grown over the past few days. I actually enjoy being with them.
Good morning.
Hi, how's your day going?
Hi, Claire.
First thing I noticed was Amelia was finally smelling like roses. Thank God. Noticed that Amelia looked uneasy, which wasn't surprising given her behavior yesterday. Eureka! Now you don't. Thank God. I guess staying home wouldn't have been a bad option for her. The classroom door opened, revealing a student with dark circles under his eyes and a tired appearance. The boy entered the classroom, barely able to take halfway coordinated steps.
You look like you just ran a marathon.
Madison rushed to Conrad's side, touching his face and checking his abnormal appearance. Let me just, edit mix the volume here for a bit.
Conrad, what did you do?
Show them all the grimoire.
Are you alright?
We all thought the same thing. His appearance was just like Amelia's the day before. Conrad had just that expression of surprise and detachment from the world, as if he had just seen the devil himself. Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about.
There's something very, very fucked up going on here.
The voice line says very, very fucked up, but the text says very strange.
You don't mean that.
Conrad sighed and stared at nothing for a few seconds.
You dumbass.
God's sake, speak up already. I thought we were gonna be sweet around each other. What the hell, Madison?
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking vague. It's dumb.
Don't tell me you went to the place of...
Disneyland, a place of happy and joy, whatever.
Yes, I did. I went back to that place. To the place where we thought we ran over that person. I found the book again. And just when I touched it, a spirit warned me to stay away from it.
What? What did he mean by a spirit? I was sure we all asked the same questions, but no one dared to say them. The students around turned to look at us in surprise. After the show we put on yesterday, it's even weird that they still aren't used to us ending up the center of the attention, and not in a good way.
A what? I mean, no. Ghosts aren't real. They're just scary stories, right?
I don't... I don't understand.
She told me it was too dangerous. Then, I don't know what happened. I just remember that there was a fog all around me, and I heard a voice. A horrible voice next to me. I felt a hand on my shoulder, and it was the scariest thing I've ever felt in my whole life.
I wonder if that crystal thing that Amelia got is the key to all of this, in stopping the Grimoire or something.
I didn't have the courage to go home. I was wandering around the city all fucking night.
In your car? Just like what happened to Amelia. At this point, I could tell that we all had a genuine interest in whatever was going on. It just couldn't be a coincidence anymore. There were too many things going on. And that weird feeling that had been haunting me for days, it all seemed to fit together. There was something supernatural going on in our lives.
I don't know if it's exactly the same, but yeah, I know there's more than just coincidences. Believe me, there is something very fucked up behind the accident and the old book we encountered.
Even though we were now all aware that we got into something, we were far from understanding what exactly was happening to us.
I'm not really sure. I mean,
Are all of us who were there that night of the incident supposed to suffer the consequences or something?
It could be.
Wait, no voice? Okay. What happened to Conrad doesn't sound like an isolated event.
The fuck's going on?
I don't wish it on you guys at all. I swear what I experienced last night was simply the worst thing I've ever experienced.
I can't deal with this.
It was terror in its purest It was terror in its purest sense. I never imagined something like that was possible.
you think so?
I haven't experienced any kind of supernatural event like what Conrad was saying.
I'm not really sure.
But I've also had that feeling that there's always something next to me. I don't know, since that night of the incident, I haven't been able to sleep more than 2 hours all night.
You got it.
We gotta be prepared though, that's gonna affect all the 5 of us sooner or later.
Not for me.
We were upon our desk from the moment the person we just run over was missing.
I don't get it.
I don't get how this has gone this far. Didn't the incident happen a couple of days ago?
We did something. I don't know what, but we did it. And I'm afraid it's a bad omen. An augury that something bad is coming. All I know is that there is something behind us. Something we woke up last night when we thought we ran over it. There's a man. A bad man. Then there's the water, the sewer, the voices. Our fucking lives are in danger! If only you had listened to me yesterday!
Amelia,
You weren't lying, were ya?
I can't believe this!
So now you believe me? I'm sorry.
why would you do that?
You were the only one going through something as strange as this. Now I understand everything, but it was hard to believe.
Why would I have made all that up? I had no reason.
Well, technically you've had like past, not traumas, what was that word? Past, medical symptoms? Not medical, what was that called? You already had a record of doing weird stuff, so you can't blame us for thinking this is another one of those weird episodes, you know?
Amelia,
I apologize too.
you got it.
I stupidly told you to stay away from everything, and in the end, you were just worried about us. Oh wait, give me 2 seconds, boys. I'm just gonna take a bathroom break. 2 seconds. I stupidly told you to stay away from everything, and in the end, you were just worried about us.
I care about you very much.
I was so worried about you that I didn't pay attention to what you were warning us about.
Andrew.
That is his name.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. That all sounds too twisted to be true.
Well, what? But Madison is right. It was hardly believable what you were telling us, especially considering that none of us had gone through the same thing.
It's okay. It doesn't matter now.
Then we won't be hearing more of your sudden breakdowns. You won't be shouting at us for surprising us, making us shit our pants.
Let's put our energy into finding a solution.
Hell yeah.
That can't be possible.
Oh, God damn it, motorcycle, shut the fuck up. Come on, go away. Jesus. Every time. I know we should have paid more attention to it, but now we are certain that this will not happen again.
Not happening.
Of course it can't happen again.
On it.
We have to do something.
I'm not gonna rest until I find a solution.
We can investigate, ask someone for help, I don't know. We have to come up with something.
Amelia.
Was already looking into this.
Could it be?
Were you, Amelia?
Yeah, but I don't have much to say about it. Too many things happened to me in the same day. I even almost lost my life in the sewers.
Yet here you are.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Well, witchcraft, sorcery, I don't know the exact distinction. Also, someone from our school lent a book on demonology. I know it sounds very lame, but...
Amelia closed her eyes slightly and restrained herself from screaming, something that was evident to everyone present.
I'll be there for you. I'm with you, Amelia.
I promise no one will judge you this time. I'm with you. Mia stared at Andrew as if she was trying to thank him just by looking at him. Then she returned her gaze to the rest of us.
One person, I don't know who, but someone was inquiring about the native tribes around Reisterfield City. In particular, he wanted to know about their rituals or spells. And it seems that this person, he found what he was looking for. And he didn't want anyone else to find it. Whoever it was, he tore out the pages of the encyclopedia that contained the information about the rituals. And he ripped it out not only from the school library, but the city library as well.
Could it be?
But there must be digital copies, especially if there are books about the history of our city.
No, there aren't. That particular volume doesn't have online copies, specifically because Principal Gibson was against that kind of non-scientific information appearing in books that were supposed to be about history. And it seems that this person knew that perfectly well. So by ripping out the pages of the physical editions, he was making sure that no one else, other than him of course, knew about these rituals of the tribes.
I don't get it.
I don't know, there's something here that smells really fishy to me. Are you sure it's not Amelia and her not showering? Because, yesterday. Maybe she hasn't showered enough.
Are you serious?
I feel like we're still missing a lot of information. Yes, you are. Conversation paused for a few seconds, leaving Amelia to think about how she was going to phrase her next sentence appropriately.
Actually, there is something else.
What do you mean?
About all of this. Remember that dream I told you about a few days ago? The dream was about a man digging a hole at the school gates.
What happened to you?
Was it the day after the incident when you came running saying you had a horrible dream or something?
Yeah, that day. In my dream, a man was doing some kind of ritual. There were many objects that as soon as I saw them, it was easy to tell that they were not of common use. Dolls, photographs, things like that,
And you think that the same person who is researching witchcraft was the same one who performed the ritual that occurred in your dreams?
I confirmed it, as a matter of fact. The ritual is real. I myself drilled a hole in the exact spot where this man performed the ritual in my dream.
You did what?
Are you serious? Amelia!
It could have been very dangerous, yeah. You could have done that with a shovel, but you did it barehanded. That's gonna damage your nails.
Nah, I don't think so.
Stop the car, everybody.
Yeah, I think not.
Doesn't this sound far-fetched to you? Even though we've already experienced something even more far-fetched, but yeah, I don't know. Let's hear him out.
Don't make me laugh.
Think about it for a moment. Why would someone be targeting all 5 of us with witchcraft?
You think so?
And how did they know where we would go to investigate? Doesn't that mean it's someone who knows us pretty well? Taking into account everything that had been mentioned so far, the mystery of whatever was happening to us was far from being solved if we didn't find the root of the problem. At the rate we were going, it was like looking for a needle in a haystack without direction to follow. Therefore, there was something very important for us to know, the origin of everything. If we only knew who we ran over that night, perhaps we would have a clearer path to follow. That mission was up to me. I knew that no one else among us could find out about this the way I could. I tried to get the attention of the others.
I'm not really sure.
Guys, I have to go now.
Did something happen, Claire?
Are you alright?
You can tell us, you know.
I'm sorry.
Something I have to do.
Well, la-dee-da.
I give you a ride wherever you're going, but just this morning my car wouldn't start again.
Great.
Only to make things worse, of course.
Oh, don't worry.
I don't think you could help me much on this. And guys, please don't leave the school. Stay here. I have some business to take care of on my own. I promise I'll tell you what's it about as soon as I know something.
Not happening.
You can't just leave. Look at the situation we're in. Madison stepped closer, raising her index finger and narrowing her eyes. But before she could say anything to me, I interrupted her.
Madison!
I shouted to stop the discussion before it reached a tense point again. Because you're a debate lord. Shut up. Listen to me first. You listen to me now. Madison was probably expecting me to continue arguing, so it was a surprise for her to experience a sudden change in how our conversations usually went.
In your dreams.
Please, girls, don't go arguing again.
Oh, shut up!
Stay out of this, Conrad.
Guys, please.
No time for this. Andrew turned to Madison and frowned, expecting her to be friendlier towards me. Madison stared at Andrew for a few seconds, trying to convey some unspoken message. Sibling telepathy, there you go.
I'm fine, Andy. Take care of yourself, please.
What? I felt confused by that phrase. It was strange for Madison to have any consideration for me. Did she hated me more than anyone else in the world just a few days ago? The situation we were going through was pretty unusual, though maybe none of us were acting with a clear mind. In any case, I didn't want to give the matter more thought than necessary. I nodded and walked away from them. I walked towards the main stairs with the gazes of all the students on me. This time, I didn't know why they were turning to look at me, maybe because of the weird conversation we had just now. Or maybe also because of the heated discussion we had with the headmistress yesterday. Maybe I'm really cute and this dress matches my eyes. There were many reasons why neither of us could go unnoticed, but this time I wasn't going to let what people said affect my life. So many times I let my parents control how I behave. I'm not going to let stupid rumors make my day even worse. You go, girl. I was walking through the school corridors trying to make my way to the exit and get some fresh air. Everything that happened was about to trigger a crisis and make me burst into tears. Just down one of the hallways I was walking, a group of teachers were leaving a meeting. And among those teachers was the school's highest authority, Cornelia Gibson. Her first reaction was to greet me, feeling engaged by my presence. I thought you would be enraged because I was going to tell my parents to stop funding the school.
Miss Macmillan, good to see you.
Huh?
Morning. Is everything alright? You seem a little scattered. Yeah, probably. It's okay, don't put so much pressure on yourself. I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Macmillan wouldn't want their precious daughter to be stressed. Guess you're right. Evidently, nothing this woman was saying was relevant to me. It took me a few seconds before I completely lost interest in the conversation. I was about to leave when a sudden thought crossed my mind. She was the one pulling the strings of the institution, the person who should know everything about everyone. And most likely, she also had an idea of what was going on here. I knew that Cornelia Gibson was politically committed to my parents' career as they were the ones who supported her for the position of head mistress. So she was obliged to give me an answer, however vague, but one that would point me in the right direction. Although maybe not as much as you have been lately. I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean, Miss Macmillan.
I'm not really sure.
You do. You certainly do. Let's save at number 5. Yeah. Something serious is going on. Don't you think it's strange that some unexplained things are happening at school? That remark was undoubtedly out of the ordinary. The headmistress was initially taken aback, showing no expression, and then immediately asked what I meant by it. I can sense the disinfectant dissatisfaction in that statement. Am I correct? A hint of curiosity, actually. What's happening here doesn't seem normal to me. She fixed her gaze on me, raising an eyebrow slightly. I could almost detect a trace of doubt or evasion in her expression. It is not sufficiently clear to me what you are referring to. Think about it. I don't believe you haven't noticed what's happening around you. Mr. Harrison just returned this Monday and mysteriously went AWOL again 2 days later. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I could sense some nervousness in her response, which prompted me to continue to prod her for more information. Well, now that you mention it, Miss Macmillan, it's possible there seems to be something strange going on, surely. Do you have any ideas? I'm asking you the same question. What do you notice about today? Today? Well, today, let me think. Well, there were a couple of meetings with the teachers. We have upcoming audits and also... Oh, Mr. Lawson. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Lawson came rushing in this morning very agitated. And doesn't that seem strange to you? Strange? Well, yeah. Perhaps or perhaps not upon further reflection. After all, students are indeed students exhibiting the same impulsive behavior as any child. It appears to me that you may not find your own response entirely satisfactory, do you? What are you playing at, Macmillan? I'm afraid I'm not understanding this whole interrogation. Conrad appears to have confronted something extraordinary. It is quite conceivable that it may be connected to the school itself. And what a coincidence that you mentioned Conrad Lawson after everything he said today. Nevertheless, you have explicitly stated that you are entirely unaware of what is occurring, which leads me to consider the possibility that you might be being untruthful, but nah, you are not the type of person to lie, are you?
I will not accept one more disrespect towards me.
You're the one who has to question, Macmillan, and stop answering me in such an insolent manner.
Oh, Lawson.
Besides, Lawson has been more than snippy with me. How could I not mention him? So I assume you don't know much more than you seem to.
Little girl.
I request you to stop, miss. This conversation is not appropriate. I am somewhat wary of how intrusive you have become. It seems you have forgotten that there is an authority dynamic between us. And no matter how much power you may think you have over me, I will always remain one step ahead of you, Miss Macmillan.
Why would you do that?
Why do you behave that way with us? What do you know that we don't? I am not acting in a way that is unusual, Macmillan. I am merely doing my job as the head of this institution. Listen to me. I'm going to find out the truth, and I swear to you that if you bear even a small part of the responsibility for this, I will make you face the consequences.
Please, let me explain.
That's not possible. That's enough. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this. Stop chasing me. I don't know why this is happening to you. A strange expression of anxiety came over the principal's face. There was definitely something shady behind that pretty face and her false cordiality, but she didn't seem willing to confess it so easily. I shook my head and looked away, waiting for her to calm down a bit. It made me nervous to see her like that. Having accomplished all I could for now, I decided it was time to move on. Have a nice day. Yeah. Sorry, folks, I have to edit here because I have to prepare for work now. So this is The Devil's Whisper. Oh boy, we are gonna survive this one, fellas. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.